to meet you.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Good. So did you go over the consent form and about confidentiality and all of that?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
And I know this is your first session, so I wanted to make sure I hit the basics and stuff like that.
Okay.
So what brought you in today?
Okay, well, I'm coming in because I am thinking of making a little bit of a career change.
Okay.
I'm interested in the hospitality field. I've been doing some work in management, so I'm really looking to branch out and do like a resort manager. That's
Oh,
kind of what I'm
okay.
interested in doing.
Okay. So you want to travel and get out
Yeah. I've had a chance to do a little bit of travel. I love to travel. I love to go different places and see different things. And so, I want something a little more exciting, and the
okay.
whole resort type of
Mm-hmm.
field is really appealing to me. So I want to kind of start to look at what I need to do in order to move into hospitality. I mentioned I have some management
Mm-hmm.
background, so I do, kind of know a little bit about management, but
Okay.
I need to know how to transition that into resort management.
Okay. So what is your current career like? Are you working now?
hmm Yeah, I'm operational manager
Okay.
for a disaster response team
Okay.
organization.
Okay.
So we do get a chance to do some travel related to that, but oftentimes it's for situations that are pretty critical and difficult. So, but I manage the resource team for that. So I do have some operational management experience. Mhm.
Okay. So what made you think about a career change?
Because as I said, I'm starting to think I really like to focus on travel a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
have a chance to, have the, I don't know, entertainment side of
Mm-hmm.
travel and being, operating in that field and actually kind of managing a
Okay.
resort, something that's a little bit more entertaining.
Okay. So what have you done to look into the field?
Mhm.
Have you researched? Have you went to like a small resort just to kind of get a tour, or
Mhm.
what's
Mhm.
some steps that you've taken so far?
Well, I have had a chance to travel, as I mentioned, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
to one of my favorite resorts, and that's Walt Disney Resort.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I love
Yes.
it there. So it's
Mm-hmm.
always so great to do that. So that's the only place that I've really
Mm-hmm.
traveled to in terms of a large resorts type
Mm-hmm.
of environment, and that's sort of what I'm looking for. Something
Okay.
that's a really large, complex, a lot of different things involved in it, and I know that's going to be, something I really have to sharpen myself and,
Mm-hmm.
get a lot more education and information
Okay.
on that before I can really move into managing a resort.
Okay. So, what are your feelings of leaving the operational management thing that you're doing now?
I'm ready to make a switch. I
Okay.
feel pretty good about the decision to switch over to
Mm-hmm.
resort management
Okay.
from what I'm doing now. We've got a great team. We've got some new people. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
we're developing, so I'm sure there'll be someone who would be ready to step in
Okay.
to doing the operational management.
Okay. So, how long have you been on that job?
I've been doing that about 10 years
Okay.
now, and so as I mentioned, it's really rewarding. It really
Mm-hmm.
really, but of course demanding, and so I'm just ready to kind of to move into a different field, different
Okay.
area.
So it seems like that you're having like you like your job
Mhm.
that you're doing, but you want to switch because you don't really get to travel,
Mhm.
and you're just having a feeling of doing something different.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Um, so have you spoke with anyone like your manager maybe about
Mhm.
the career change that you're looking to do?
No, no, no. I haven't
Okay.
talked to anybody there
So it's
at.
just personal
Yeah,
change. Okay.
just right. I probably wouldn't even bring it up until
Mhm.
I had made a decision or found a position actually that I was ready to move into. So I
Okay.
probably wouldn't talk very much with them about it, but
Okay.
I am, just sort of starting to think about it and
Mhm.
and maybe, just talking with you to kind of get some
Mhm.
ideas of what are some specific steps I need to take.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
so we will go into the steps a little later. I
Yeah.
just kind of want to get a feel of exactly what's going on, how you're
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
So let's go back into when you said you went to Walt Disney and
Hmm.
that's the placement that you kind of want to get in.
Yeah.
So how was that when you went there to that resort? Like,
The person who's actually at the helm running the place is
okay,
not on vacation.
right.
They're really working
Mhm.
and it's, a lot involved. But I like to be able to provide that kind of service where
Okay.
people can come and they can really relax and enjoy
Mhm.
themselves, put their thoughts and worries, aside and just really kind of immerse themselves in the activities and events there at the resort. So it
Okay.
was a wonderful experience. I really loved it.
Okay. So when you were there, did you speak with anyone?
No, 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 because I went there a few years ago and
Okay.
wasn't even thinking about anything like that at
Mhm.
that
At
time.
that time, yeah.
So, but it's been such a memorable experience for
Mhm.
me. I've just, I think about it often,
Okay.
how much I enjoyed it. So,
Okay.
hmm.
So I do believe one of the first steps that you could take
Hmm.
would be maybe looking at smaller resorts.
Okay.
One that's not so big, just so you can kind of get a feel of it.
Yeah.
Maybe, reach out to a manager at a smaller one and kind of see if you can come in and, just kind of tour and see the life of a manager at a smaller resort before moving to a bigger resort.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because
Hmm.
that's a massive place. It's a
Yeah,
lot to take in.
it
So,
is.
yeah, probably a smaller
Hmm.
resort would probably be the best place to start
Yeah.
doing some
Um,
research.
And even if it's not a resort, maybe like a
Hmm.
hotel,
Hmm.
because it all kind of ties in together.
Hmm.
Maybe you can kind of tour like a downtown Marriott or,
Hmm.
one of the bigger hotels that's like a big name,
Hmm.
just so you can kind of get a feel of that too.
Well, I didn't mention, but I have worked at a hotel before,
Okay.
front desk reservations,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a little bit of
Experience.
understanding
Okay.
of that, right? So, and I did do just a little bit of kind of looking into like what a resort is all
Mm-hmm.
about, what's the difference between a resort and a hotel, and to
Mm-hmm.
get a better idea of really how much I wanted to do and how
Mm-hmm.
what I wanted to be involved in.
Okay.
So, but definitely looking at a hotel because that's part of the resort
Mm-hmm.
business.
Yes.
Because I know it's got, I have to know about hotels.
Mm-hmm.
I have to know about the restaurant side of it and
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. And that's sort of the package of
Okay.
a resort
Okay.
as opposed to maybe just doing hotel management.
Okay, so it seems like you kind of got an idea of how, everything is
Hmm.
supposed to run,
Hmm.
which is a good point,
Hmm.
that you pointed out. And, it's good to hear that you do have some experience,
Hmm.
even at a hotel, just because it
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
do tie in together.
Hmm.
So have you thought about like a salary change?
Hmm.
Maybe how it's gonna fit in your lifestyle
Yeah.
as far as like a career change? Because
Right.
with career changes comes a salary decrease or increase,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, definitely. I did kind of look at a little bit of what the salary
hmm
difference would be, and it would be sort of lateral, maybe
okay,
even just a little bit more, depending on what size resort I'm
okay,
able to work at. So,
hmm
so I did look at that piece. So
okay,
the income part, I think, won't be a really, really big change for
okay.
me.
Well, that's good, because
Hmm.
a lot of the times, a lot of people want to do career
Right.
changes and not really think about the salary base
Right.
of it, and it's not all about money, but you do have to
Right.
live, and you don't want to
Yeah.
jump into a career,
Hmm.
from good to a
Right.
decrease.
Yeah, I don't want to
Um,
make a substantial decrease in
right.
my income by
Okay.
doing this.
So,
Yeah.
what
Hmm.
about locations?
Hmm.
If you're saying that you're very interested in the Disney
Hmm.
resort, that's going to be a
Hmm.
move, right?
Yes, definitely. Because that's a piece of it that I'm not that familiar with in
Okay.
terms of moving and
Mhm.
really investigating the areas where these
Okay.
where potential
Mhm.
resorts are. There's some that's actually out of the country, and I'm just kind of
Mhm.
like, do I want to
Mhm.
make that big of a step and move
Mhm.
out of the country for a resort position? But so that's a piece I really have to really think about,
Okay.
the moving part.
And I think you should, think about
Mhm.
that because, the bigger resorts are out of state, out of country, and
Mhm.
if you're not have a lot of knowledge in other countries or other states, then that
Right.
could be a hard decision too.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Um, so let's go back to you was mentioning how you like the feeling you got when you went to Disney and you want to do
Mhm.
that for others. What
Mhm.
exactly was that feeling?
I guess just trying to, make people really happy and
Mhm.
comfortable and, sort of be able to enjoy, their
Mhm.
time and, not be worried about things,
Okay.
sort of just a different time to get away,
Okay.
just step away from the regular responsibilities
Mhm.
and the regular concerns and worries that, we all typically have and just
Mhm.
kind of just enjoy life, be a kid again, or
Yeah.
just have
Mhm.
fun.
And everybody wants to be a kid
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
So, I hear what you're saying. So I'm getting an understanding of you just want to just live life and not the regular everyday program of the career that you're in now.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's understandable. You've
Mhm,
been there for 10 years, so you want something different.
mhm.
So what do you feel like we should do as your first step to kind of get in and looking into that different career?
Right, right. Yeah, I guess I've been trying to think about, what is really the first step? How
Okay.
should I proceed from this point? You brought up a good point about really thinking about the moving,
Mhm.
what it would be like for me to move to another area. So I thought about, of course, traveling, and so that's
Mhm.
going somewhere else,
Yes.
but it's definitely different than living somewhere else. So
Mhm.
I've got to really kind of think about that,
Okay.
where the resorts are and where I might want to live.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, for the first homework that I'm gonna assign to you,
Okay.
I want you to do some research on the three top places that you would love to move.
Okay.
And I want you to write down the resort in those three places that you would want to work.
Okay.
And then give one fun fact about the state
Okay.
or country.
Yeah.
So that would be the first assignment that
Okay.
I'm going to give to you.
Mhm.
And once we go on with it, by the end of the
Yeah.
session, you will have more homework to bring in for the
Yeah.
final
Okay.
session.
Yeah.
But I do want you to take a look at, just
Mhm.
some states. It can be, small. It can be not far.
Okay.
It can even be your home state that you're in now.
Mhm. Mhm.
That can be the first one.
Okay.
And secondly, so you said to move. So what's another like feeling that you're having, like
Mhm.
a discouraging feeling about the career change?
Um, I guess the other thing I'm thinking about that you just kind of helped me come to mind is what it would take. Do I
Mm-hmm.
need to go back to school or get
Yes.
any kind of certification? Because I said I
Mm-hmm.
have lots of experience and background in management, but
Mm-hmm.
not really in hospitality
Okay. So
management.
that brings me to your second assignment.
Okay.
Um, so I want you to research the education background of it.
Mhm.
See if you can find if you need any certifications or
Mhm.
what is the educational background to be in hospitality
Yeah.
and working at resorts.
Mhm.
So you can just bring in, just a couple of um,
Mhm.
things that you've researched on that.
Okay.
But I do think you may have to go back to school just
Okay.
because, yes, you have experience in
Mhm.
management, but
Mhm.
what is your knowledge and your experience in hospitality?
Yeah.
So I think that you should research that, the educational background.
Mhm.
So the first one is researching 3 states that you want to move to and the names of the top 3 resorts in each state.
Okay.
The second assignment is researching the educational background of it, just to see if you need, some more education in it, or would you have to go back to school? Because going back to school may put the move on pause.
Right, it would make a big difference, I'm thinking, because I was hoping that I could just kind of transfer my management skills and then learn the other parts of it on the job, but I don't know if that really would work, so it would make a difference if I have to get some more academic education in that area. So that's a good thing I need to look at. For sure.
So what is some more discouragements that you are having going from career to career?
Let's see. Now those were two really important ones that I hadn't thought through yet. So let's see. What else would I think about I need to do to get ready for this?
What about the feelings you may have leaving, your career that you've been on for 10 years to a brand new career?
Yeah. Right now, I'm just excited about doing something different. Right. So I've got to really kind of think through that, because excitement by itself won't really carry the whole process through. But so I do need to probably think a lot about what other feelings I could maybe have, and thoughts and stuff. So I definitely want to do that. Think about how it feel overall.
Okay.
Outside of being really
being
excited.
A kid again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some advantages that you have in mind about the career change? Like, what do you feel like is going to be a great advantage for you?
Well, I'm thinking that, of course, maintaining the income, being able to probably make at least close to the same that I'm making now, or even more.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of that as a great benefit, because I won't be looking at losing salary. Second would be just to, sort of be in a changed environment where my focus, instead of, the help and support we do in disaster response, but the different side of it, where we're helping people to just kind of have an enjoyable life. And actually also employment skills. As a resort manager, there's a lot of jobs that you are, responsible for, and people that, are working. So you want to make sure you're keeping folks working, and, looking at that peace employment side of it.
Okay. So it seems like you kind of got everything mapped out, and you kind of got a idea of exactly your advantages, your disadvantages, and how you're going to work on those disadvantages, and kind of get an insight of, your feelings of discouragement with the move, or, the transition from career to career. So I wanted to see how you feel about maybe today, after our session, going to one of the local resorts in state, and just kind of reaching out to someone there, just to kind of get an idea, or kind of explain to them, like, okay, I've been on this career for 10 years, this is what I do now, what is some guidance or some advice that you can give me?
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely think I should do that. Just sort of go to maybe a medium size location, someplace that might not be too far away, and make some arrangements to talk about, what it takes to be a resort manager, and what transferable skills I could, maybe enter the field with, because I might have more already that I could use than I'm thinking. Or maybe I could even start work doing it, and take classes, or maybe because I might have to do maybe two steps, maybe start at one level and move my way up to manager. So
Okay.
that's something I can consider
Yeah,
too.
I think you should think about that. Just kind of stop by, like, ask if you can speak to a manager, or just kind of speak to someone who works at the resort and just kind of see what kind of advice they can kind of give you.
Yeah, definitely, I can do that. That's a good point. I should do that for sure.
Okay. So another thing is, I just want to get you to think a little bit. So have you thought about what if this career doesn't work?
Well, if it looks like it's not gonna happen, I'll probably just keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's why I won't probably talk about it at all, with my current employer, just because I'm not sure if I could really make it happen or if it could actually be the best benefit for me. Because I'm pretty comfortable in where I am and what I do. So, I don't think there's any risk of me having to change or not working there anymore. It's just that, I'm just starting to kind of look into the future and think, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, what I want to be doing, what environment do I want to be in.
So will the educational part kind of put a...
It depends on what I'll have to do. I mean, if I can sort of do it at a slow pace, or it's like just get online and finish some courses and get a certificate, that might work. But if it requires like a full-time dedication, that probably wouldn't be something I would be looking at doing right now.
Okay. And how would that make you feel though? Going from something that you really, really want to do, and then having to get all this education to be able to do it, and then you putting it on hold.
Right. Yeah, that probably would be a disappointing roadblock, but so I don't know. Yeah, I have to look at what my feelings would be like if I found that would be, like a deal breaker for me, and I wouldn't be able to do it.
So what about part-time? Like, say, you do have to get some education or a certificate. Do you think you would want to work still your full-time job that you're doing now, and then maybe taking up a part-time position at a resort, while doing those courses that you need?
If I can do it, and I don't know, that's an idea. I guess I haven't really considered that as being a possibility, but it might be something I could possibly do on a management level, because I really don't want to just get just an entry level necessarily job and like at the hotel or at a restaurant. I really want to be in the operational management side of it. So maybe they do have some part-time positions.
Yeah, they may have some, just some part-time management. Even if it may be like a night shift or anything like that.
Just that would be good.
Yeah, just until you get your, courses that you need, if you need more courses to actually go into that career. Okay, so it seems like we kind of got an idea of everything. I feel like, once you do those 3 assignments that I gave you, your homework assignments, that, our next session, which will be our final session, you will be able to kind of tell me, how everything went, or how that experience was. So could you tell me what those assignments were that I gave you?
Let's see if I can remember. I have to, one of the assignments is to look at the educational requirements that I would need in order to do the kind of work I want to do, to be a resort manager. Another assignment would be to investigate a couple of resorts in some different locations and look at the pros and cons, I think, of working at those locations, or what I like about them and what I might not like about them. And remind me of the third one.
When we leave here today,
Uh-huh.
go to a local resort or even a hotel and
Yeah.
kind of reach out to someone who works there,
Okay.
just to kind of get some advice or some guidance on
Mhm.
what it is you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got it down pat. So I think these assignments will be easy for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually helped me
Mhm.
discover a lot of information about, doing this. As I said, I'm just really excited about it, and
Mhm.
feels like it's something I really want to do, but I know there's some work involved in
Right.
actually transitioning from what I'm currently doing to being able to be a resort manager.
And I believe you can do it. You know, a lot of times you kind of get bored with one career, especially if you've been doing it for 10 years and you kind of want to just relive being a child again or just have fun, travel the world. Because you mentioned that your current career is hard for you to travel. So I can understand, how you may feel.
Well, we do get to we travel in the disaster response team across the country, but it's not like for fun travel. Yeah, so
that can probably weigh heavy on you too.
So we're going to locations where there's been a disaster and people have really serious needs and emotionally impacted. So we do get to travel. So I make those arrangements and I kind of manage that piece of it, but it's a different kind of travel and a different experience related to that.
Okay. Yeah. But next session we can kind of discuss, the plan or the final step you should take, and then I think this session kind of allowed you to kind of get some guidance and some insight, some great feedback, on what it is you should do. And I'm glad that I can help you with this journey. I'm here if you need me, if you need to just come in and kind of get some more reference of people or things. I'm here to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you. Well, so I'll see you next week.
Okay.
And that will be our final session. And then that's more of the plan, the steps you need to take to kind of finish out your career change and things like that.
Okay.
Okay. So take the homework I gave you.
I will.
And use it. And next week I can't wait to hear all about it.
Okay.
All right. You have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.